All right. We live?
Yeah.
And we're live. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Greatness Podcast with your host, Supersonic 4K. And alongside with me today, I have my main man, Cervantes. And yeah, we're going to be talking about a few things today. The supposed E3 leaks that's just come about. And these are just rumors, so just take it with a grain of salt. But we're here to discuss some of it right now. So, yeah, Cervantes, man, tell me what's up. What have you been playing lately?
Yo, what's up, everybody? Cervantes PR1, and I've been playing some Persona 5. Yeah, I know it
Mm,
came out like last year,
mm.
but man, it is, I've been busy with life, and you guys know that. But now that school's over and I'm in the summer, man, I'm playing all kinds of games, man. I finished the epic masterpiece that was God of War.
Mm.
And you know, right now I'm playing a little bit of Gran Turismo Sport, playing some Dragon Ball Fighters, um, and I also am playing what else? Persona 5 and man. Anyways, I'm playing a bunch of shit. That's that's
You're
the main
playing,
point.
yeah, you're playing bangers, right? That's all you have to say.
Yeah, I'm
You're playing.
playing bangers, man. I'm playing bangers, and hey, man, Persona's a really really good game, and hey, man, I'm enjoying it, man.
Yo,
Uh,
it's kind of funny though, dude, because I'm playing Persona 4 Golden on my Vita right now. Because I actually started playing that game when I flew out to Morocco, and I thought,
yeah.
since I came back, I don't want to put it down now. I just want to complete the game, finish it off, and then start off playing another banger. But yeah, I played Persona 5. I'm like 72% in. Just have to do a few more things like my confidants, fight the wardens, the fishing, just a few more small trophies. And yeah, the plat will be mine on that game as well. But I'll get to that after I'm done with Golden. I've been playing some Dragon's Crown Pro. Game is beast. Beautiful game. Vanillaware, Atlas, another Atlas banger.
You don't have it on your Vita, bro? Because they even
No,
gave that on
no,
PlayStation Plus.
bro, I have it on the Vita as well. I have it on the
Oh,
Vita,
okay.
but I'll rather play it in 4K. You got
Hell yeah.
the pro version of that game, so I really want to play that. I'd rather play that. So I've been playing a
And it
little
has
bit of
online
that
co-op, right?
online co-op, cross play between PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and Vita, and yeah,
Wow.
it's that old school side scrolling beat 'em up style game. It has
Great Streets
it's
of Rage, Golden Axe,
Streets of
etc.
Rage, Streets of Rage, Golden Axe with level, RPG leveling stats and everything like that.
Yeah, I
What
played a
can
little
go
bit of
wrong,
it.
dude? Beautiful art style. If you played Odin Spear, you know what I'm talking about, man. Amazing game. I've been playing some Rage and Justice as well. You know, Another cool game by Making Games. It's an indie title, just like Streets of Rage as well.
Wait, the
I don't know.
developer is called Making Games?
Making Games. It's a UK developer, like ex Rare developers from Rare.
Yeah.
But yeah, those guys went full indie, and they've been making this game for quite a few years, and it's finally out. It's only like 9.99 UK, I believe. It's like $15 where you live, but definitely a
Yeah.
game worth trying. Cause especially if you're into old school side-scrolling beat 'em ups like Streets of Rage and Final Fight, this will be right up your alley, man, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I haven't really been playing that many big games. Completed God of War weeks ago. Before I even
Yeah, I couldn't because
went on
I was in
holiday.
school. Um,
But
a
but
question
yeah,
about that, Wolf. You know, back in the day, I mean, you liked God of War, but it wasn't like something that just, got you super super hype.
yeah.
You liked God of War, but not like a whole lot. So is it safe to say that you are officially a big fan of God of War now?
Um, I'm more of a fan of it now than I was before. So yeah, in that aspect, yeah, you're probably correct. You're
Oh,
probably
okay.
right. Yeah. So yeah, I am a big fan of it now than I ever was before. Because before, I liked it. but like I was a casual fan, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, yeah, I'll casually play it, enjoy it, and then put it down and forget about it, kind of thing. Move on.
Sort of like
Now
New
it's a
Year's
sort.
War, you know.
Now I'm a little bit more into the lore and everything like that. So like you could it's safe to say that I'm a fan of it now compared to before. But yo, you want to get into these topics? You want to talk about these supposed leaks?
Yeah,
Well, let's
yeah, we
start.
can
Let's start with Sony because obviously this is the greatness podcast, so it's only right we talk about the greatness first.
yeah.
But yeah, we already know they're focused on 4 games, right? That'll be their main focus. Last of Us 2, Ghost of
Or
Tsushima,
yeah.
Spider-Man, and Death Stranding. Those are going to be the main focus. But according to
And
this
that's a big
list,
focus.
that is the big and the main focus. That's like the main card, right? You have
Yeah,
the
that's the
fight
meat and
card, right?
potatoes of Sony right now.
That's not the mid card level bangers. These are like up there, you know what I mean? That's like the main event. But
Yeah.
yeah, like we also see Bloodborne 2. Now, I'm not too sure if that's anything to do with Shadows Die Twice, because I don't think it is Shadows Die Twice, because Shadows Die Twice is a direct quote from the Tenchu games. So I have a feeling that that could be a new Tenchu game from Software, and it could be a multi-plat. But they are working on multiple games for Sony. They have a free game contract. I don't know if Demon Souls was included part of the deal, but they had a three
Man,
game
I really
contract.
hope Demon Souls gets a remaster, bro. Because you know, I tweeted out this week that I was trying to play Demon Souls to get the to to finish the platinum on that. And my PS3 I actually found out that unfortunately, man, it got the red light of death.
Oh
So
man,
yeah, man, my
sorry,
PS3 died, but it lasted a long ass time, you know. But hey, you
sorry
know,
to hear that, dude. Man, rest in peace.
I'm gonna
R.I.P.
have to
Man.
buy another one, man, or fix it. I could probably fix it somewhere at some store.
Oh, just buy another one. You could buy one for like 60, $70 anyway, right? In
Yeah,
nice condition.
the problem is I did put my 500 gigabyte hardware in there that came with my PS4, and I re-downloaded a bunch of shit on that hard drive. So if I switch my hard drive to a different PS3, I'm gonna have to re-download all that crap again. So
Just download the
I don't
things,
know.
bro. Just download the things you're gonna play. It's not like you're gonna play every single game, are you?
Yeah.
You have a life. You don't have that kind of time.
Yeah,
But
I know, but you know how games sometimes get out of the licensing, of the store. They get eliminated over time, and
yeah, they get
it's good to
delisted
have them
sometimes,
downloaded.
man. Just like Dragon's Crown Pro, man. I mean, Dragon's Crown on the Vita, that's been delisted, so it's no longer on the store
Yeah,
for some odd reason. I don't know why.
Marvel vs.
Because
Capcom 3 for some time was as well.
yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. There's quite a few games that are big that got delisted. Maybe because of licensing reasons or whatever. Who knows? But yo, let's get back to this. Another game we saw in this list is Heavy Rain 2. And I just don't think that's possible because Quantic Dream, they're kind of like a one game every 3 year kind of studio, if you know what I mean. There is no way they could be working on multiple projects, whether it's back to back or anything, man. I just don't think we're gonna see a Heavy Rain 2 anytime soon. But yeah, I'm gonna like knock that one out the window. Borderlands 3, well, that's already been confirmed that it's not gonna be shown at E3. Don't know why it's there. But you never know. Sometimes they make last minute decisions and they end up showing it. Fortnite will get PlayStation 4 exclusive content. Not really too big on Fortnite, but I know there's a crowd out there. That's the most popular game in the world.
Yeah,
You got
man.
kids, you got people from work, from my workplace. You even have grandmas talking about this game. So if you get motherfuckers out there that don't even talk about video games or don't even game and they talk
You
about
know it's big.
Fortnite, yeah, it's big. Pretty much big. Soul Calibur 5
Oh
is gonna
man,
have is the
six.
apparently I mean, sorry, 6. My bad, 6. Soul Calibur 6. Apparently, they're gonna have exclusive content and exclusive characters such as Cloud and
For
Sephiroth.
PlayStation?
Yeah, it says here exclusive Cloud and Sephiroth, and there's gonna be a trailer for Cloud and Sephiroth for Soul Calibur 6. So it's
Yeah,
pretty safe
yeah.
to say that they may have the marketing rights to that. I don't know. I have no idea.
For
Because
Soul
you know the way,
Calibur, you think?
because before the way Soul Calibur used to work is that Xbox get their own exclusive character and PlayStation get their own exclusive character, right? And there'll be one character as a guest character that will appear on both platforms. So you remember Soul Calibur 2, where you had Spawn on Xbox, Link on the GameCube, and you had Hiachi on the PlayStation 2. And then you also had Soul Calibur 4, which was on Xbox 360, PS3. You had Yoda on the 360 and Darth Vader on the PS4. I mean, the
Yeah.
PS3.
And then they sold them for like $5. You could buy them for each
Yeah,
console.
they were actually timed exclusive characters for each console. But the
Yeah.
covers looked so cool on both, right? They all had their unique covers. And then Soul Calibur 5 had Ezio from Assassin's Creed.
But that was on all consoles, yeah.
That was on all of them. But you also had Soul Calibur Broken Destiny on PSP that had Kratos in there. That
Yeah.
people tend to forget that. And that was an
And Soul
awesome
Calibur
game.
3 was exclusive to PS2.
Yep, Soul Calibur 3 was
Yo,
exclusive
Sony
as
was a
well.
savage back in the day, man. They were savages, man. Yo, after Soul Calibur 2 was was on every console, including the GameCube. I personally
Yeah.
was playing the GameCube version, which was the best in my
Well,
opinion.
Soul Calibur, the first Soul Calibur, was on the Dreamcast. It was an exclusive to Dreamcast,
Oh yeah.
and then obviously they had like HD versions of that coming out later on. But people always seem to think it started with Soul Calibur, but nah, it was actually Soul Edge on the PS1. And
Oh yeah.
sometimes these people don't get it. Like, you had all these characters like Cervantes, Mitsurugi, like all these dudes, Taki, they were all on Soul Edge. Or if you want to call it Soul Blade, but I call it Soul Edge. Because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to play the imported version back in the day on PS1. But yo, that game is fucking legendary, dude. That kind of
Man,
put
you know why my name is Cervantes, man. You know how big of a fan I am of Soul Calibur, man. That game has me incredibly hyped, man. Oh man, I can't wait. And if this leak, this is something I want to mention, bro. This leak, we need to take it with a grain of salt. Because this shit sounds way too good to be true. I mean, Cloud, Tifa, and Sephiroth for Soul Calibur.
I forgot to mention Tifa as well.
Tifa, yeah.
Yeah, so
And
Cloud,
it might
Tifa, and
happen
Sephiroth.
because for Tekken 7, we had Final Fantasy character happening in
Noctis.
Tekken 7.
Yeah, we had
So,
Noctis in Final. We had Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 in Tekken 7. So yeah,
yeah, that's
like
another game I need to finish during the summer.
yeah, it's definitely possible, dude, to see more Final Fantasy characters in these fighting games. Hey, you even seen Cloud Strife in Smash, So
Yeah.
this wouldn't be the first game Cloud's ever been in.
And there's definitely, I wonder how much they have to pay Square to have their character in their game. When I really think about it, they should really let them use the character for pretty much free because it's like free advertising. Um,
No, I think
I
it
don't know.
is. I think it is free. It's like I think it is free because it's free promotion
For them.
for
Yeah.
them. Yeah, exactly. So if you're putting a Final Fantasy character, it's only going to benefit Square at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's gonna benefit obviously the fighting game itself because like you're gonna get fans of Final Fantasy that would want to buy Tekken because they want to play as Noctis, right? So it will, it's actually a sweet deal. And
Yeah.
my man from Sega, right? The producer of Yakuza, he's also cool with having Kazama Kiryu in Tekken 7. Now it's all down to Haraka-san from the Tekken producer if he wants to have Kiryu in Tekken, man. I really hope Kiryu makes it, man, because I'm a Yakuza fanboy through and through, man.
Yo, Kiryu from in Tekken, that would be insane. And the way Tekken, man, Tekken has also an awesome roster because they have Noctis, they have Geese from
King of
King of
Fighters.
Fighters, they have Akuma. That shit like this is freaking epic, man. So if they can get the guy from Yakuza,
Kiryu.
in Tekken, Kiryu, that would be absolutely epic, man. See, I'm
Or
not big of a
imagine, or
fan of
imagine having,
Tekken, but
imagine
I
having
respect it.
Rio from Shenmue, right, in Tekken 7 as well. That would be dope as fuck, man. I'll go
Yeah,
full fanboy over that shit. But
yeah,
yeah, it just makes sense to have a character like Kiryu in Tekken because of his fighting style and everything. Like if you've ever played the Yakuza games on PS3 and PS4 and PS2 for that matter, like you will see his fighting style and everything, right? It just suits the whole idea of
yeah.
of being in a fighting game. I don't know, man. It's a no brainer to me. And I'll be bummed out. I'm sure they're gonna have more characters announced for Tekken 7. We're just gonna have to wait and see, man.
Yeah,
But
Tekken 7,
Sega
I don't
are
play.
fine with it though. They are perfectly fine with it. So it's all down to Bandai if they want to do it.
Hey
You
man,
know.
there's nothing better in a fighting game to have characters from other fighting games, be in that fighting game. That's
So,
that's just
so
absolutely epic.
it's an amazing service for fighting game
Yeah,
fans out there, man.
because we like all games. We like all these fighting games, and having them
Yeah.
all in the same game is just epic, man.
Mate, bro, I am looking forward to Blaze Blue Cross Tag. It's gonna have the Persona 4 characters in there. It's gonna have
Oh
Ruby.
yeah, that's another game that came out. I think it already came out though. I
No,
saw
no,
people play.
no, it's the beta that's out right now. The actual release date is gonna be in June, I believe. So the full game launches in June. But
Yeah.
no, besides Soul Calibur 6, there's gonna be some No Man's Sky content apparently, according to this list. Life is
What? No
Strange.
Man's Sky is still alive? Holy shit.
Well, yeah, they announced it for Xbox recently, right? We also have Life is Strange, Storm's Calling. So I believe that's Life is Strange 2. Because Life is Strange Before the Storm, I was calling that Life is Strange 2, but that was actually a prequel to the original Life is Strange. So this may be the actual sequel to Life is Strange. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, they're going to obviously show that.
Yep,
Um,
skip. Next.
some
Don't care.
Overwatch, some kind of content. I don't know if it's part 2 or. But the one that really caught my eye and attention was World of Warcraft PS4 edition. Now we already know this game is huge on PC, but I just
It's
don't
been
see.
declining, but yeah, it's still a big game. But it's a game that's been in a decline. There's other MMOs that have taken,
You know, I've never
But I
been
don't.
big.
Wow, I can't believe they're actually putting World of Warcraft on a console.
Well, it's the sort of game, bro. Do you know how old World of Warcraft is? Like that game's like decades old, right?
Yeah.
That shit could run on last gen hardware, if they could just scale it down somehow. But it's not really a big deal to me. But those who really wanted it on console, hey, that's great for you. Me personally, I don't care for it. I'm not too big on Warcraft or League of Legends.
Nah.
These are PC games. Like even Diablo, I'm somewhat into that a little bit, but wasn't really a huge fan of Diablo either. But you got Avengers: Age of Reckoning. That's also a part of the list. Shadow of the Tomb Raider and
Yeah.
Final Fantasy Tactics: War of the Ethereal Crystal. I don't know if this what this Final Fantasy game is about. It's probably another spin-off game. And Near Automata 2, The End. That's what it says
Oh
on the
man,
list.
you're gonna
That's
kill
what,
me if that's
but
true,
bro,
bro.
bro, that's what it
Near
says on the.
two,
But technically, it's gonna be Near 3.
it's gonna be a brand new Near though. You don't think?
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna be.
or it
I
could
don't think
be it could be DLC for Near Automata. But then again, it does say Near 2.
it's Near is because Near two Near Automata is like its own story, right? So it's sort of like Is it gonna be like a whole new, brand new set of characters and story? Just a different
Yeah,
universe and shit,
it
like
could be
Final
a whole.
Fantasy.
It could be a whole new universe. You may not see 2B or 9S or any of those characters or A2. I don't think you're gonna see those. Maybe a whole different game. But who knows, man? Like, I guess since that game was so successful, maybe Square Enix and Platinum Games they want to capitalize off of that and have those same characters in this new game. I don't know. It could be a prequel when there were humans around. I don't know.
Could be, yeah.
But yeah, that's Sony. But I don't know if you checked. Well, I'm not really big on Ubisoft like that, but this is the list for Ubisoft: Splinter Cell Omega Protocol, the new Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs 3, a new Just Dance game, Steep, Descent or whatever, and the Division 2, Skull and Bones. The only game I'm really excited for from Ubisoft is the new Splinter Cell and maybe the new Assassin's Creed. The rest I don't care for. But that's just me. How about yourself? What's your take on Ubisoft's list?
Ubisoft. Yeah, I'm looking at the list right now. Sony. Oh, Ubisoft. Splinter Cell. Don't give a shit about Splinter Cell. Assassin's Creed. Don't care either. Watch Dogs 3. Don't care. Just Dance. Next. Steep. Final Descent. Now I don't know what that is. It sounds like a new IP. Uh,
Yeah, it
Final
is.
Descent. Sounds good. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, they're gonna have Beyond Good and Evil coming out real soon, so I'm surprised that's not on the list. But I don't know.
Yeah. Either way, this is a we gotta take this with a grain of salt. So, you know.
Yeah,
The Division 2, don't care. Skull and Bones. This is that Sea of Thieves for grown-ups game that they showed, right?
yeah, it looks like a more mature Sea of
And
Thieves.
better. And better Sea of
Better
Thieves.
looking, yeah, better looking. It
What,
has
what
like the
Sea of
Assassin's
Thieves should
Creed.
have been, basically.
Well, yeah, this has like the Assassin's Creed engine,
Yeah.
so it's gonna look beautiful, dude.
This game, this game, since I saw it, I remember like being like pleasantly surprised by it because it actually looked pretty good. But but we still have to wait and
I'm
see
just
how the game
see
turns out.
me personally, right? I'm not really too big into these
On
online
pirate.
only games. No, no, no. It's
Yeah.
not even a pirate. I don't have an issue with pirate. I don't have an issue with it. I enjoyed Black Flag. It's just the fact that this is an online game only, and you won't. There is no offline, ability for you to play the game offline. So that kind of puts me off, just like that. So at least with a game like Monster Hunter, right? Yeah, you could enjoy the game with your friends, right? Like Monster Hunter World, you could enjoy it with your friends, but at the same time, you could play it by yourself if you really want to. Yeah, it'll be a little bit of a grind to beat the bosses and that, but you could still play by yourself. You don't need an internet connection for that.
Yeah.
So like, I bought into the whole hype with Destiny. I bought Destiny 2. After that, I'm kind of done with this online only bullshit, man. I just don't want to support that practice no more. I'm not done with it, bro. Like
Yeah,
completely.
man. My brother bought Destiny 2, and I got to play it, and I completely dropped the game like within like an hour. I got so bored so quick with that shit. Um, I'm actually glad I didn't even earn a trophy on it because what I did was I deleted that shit off of my trophy list.
Oh,
So
got you. Yeah, I
yeah,
got
man. Like
and then
I'm so done with the online only type of game.
yeah,
it is what it is. I just think that
like
games
even
should have an
even
option.
even the Division 2, like I won't be. I cannot see myself playing the Division 2. I'm kind of done with that. All these
Bro,
games
any
like Fortnite
Ubisoft
and
game.
yeah, even these games like PUBG and Fortnite, these are online only games. These are service games. And I just don't want gaming to go in that direction. People are saying this is how gaming evolves. To me personally, I disagree. I beg to differ. This is not how gaming evolves.
Hell
You
no.
could,
I'm so
you
tired
have,
of all the shooters, man.
bro,
Really,
Black Ops 4, right? Is going to be an online game only. There is no
Yeah.
single player. So that's already a no-no. I was thinking about, yeah, maybe, because, out of all the Call of Duties out there, I really enjoy Black Ops, right? I haven't really enjoyed anything else other than Call of Duty 4. But since this
Yeah.
one is dropping, and it has a Battle Royale mode, but there's no campaign.
Hey
So,
man, just go to Redbox and rent that shit.
yo, dude, people are still going to buy that shit. That's the crazy part.
Oh yeah.
And, I just don't know why, like, apparently Activision and, whoever's in charge, like the board, they seem to like think, hey, just because 25% of the PlayStation community or maybe the Xbox community or whatever, complete the campaign, that's enough to justify taking out the campaign. Nah, dude. People still want the campaign there because if you're charging full price for a game, you expect you would expect a single player in there, right? Now I'm
Yeah.
just waiting on the price for this game. If they charge full price, then I wouldn't know what to say. Now, if they charge like
Bro, is
$30 or
that even a
maybe
question, bro? Come on. You know they're gonna charge full price. Heck, they did that with Black Ops 3 on PS3 and Xbox 360. That didn't have a campaign, and they still charge full price for it.
I know, man, that's some shady
They're
shit
gonna
there.
do it. They're gonna do it.
And yeah,
It's
they're
Call of
going.
Duty, bro. People are gonna buy it
But
regardless.
here's the thing, though, man. Like motherfuckers out there want to put their foot down on certain publishers and developers on other things, right? That are really petty. But when it comes down to this, they get all silent about it. They don't say shit. They get mad about DRM and this and that with Xbox, right? But look at this shit right here. Why don't you use that same energy towards Call of Duty, like you did with Xbox when they were planning this whole DRM thing? Because look, I disagree
Yeah.
with both of it. I disagree with DRM. I disagree with this online only bullshit with Call of Duty. So my stance don't
Yeah.
change. But these other dudes out there, I don't know. They just seem to get all quiet out here, man, in these streets.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get to Bethesda, right? Apparently, we're gonna see Quake Live, whatever that is. Looks like it's gonna be a multiplayer game only, which is a no to me. New Elder Scrolls Online, yet again another online. Nope, no, thank you. Starship SETI or whatever this thing is called. Don't know. This could be a new IP. A new Fallout game. Elder Scrolls 3. Morrowind HD. Probably a remake of Elder Scrolls 3 and Rage 2. That's Bethesda. Anything that catches your eye and attention, me, I'd say Rage 2.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Uh,
here that really, yeah. There's this one game, I think it was
Soft
called
doesn't really catch
Starfield.
my attention, man. Bethesda, Bethesda makes. I respect Bethesda, for what they do and whatnot, but Bethesda's another publisher that I just don't really care about. I don't really care much about Fallout. Don't care much about
Skyrim.
Skyrim. I mean, I have Skyrim on my PC, and I remember playing that, and that shit ran beautiful on my PC, but the gameplay was so dull to me. It was so lacking in action and depth.
It's
I
a,
just don't like their games, man. I
it's a
don't
really,
like I don't like the best.
it's a really popular game out here, and these are one of the most popular games I ain't really into. I tried to play Skyrim on 360 years ago, and I could only play it for like 2 hours, and I just got bored. I don't know. It was never really a game that I was really into like that. And the same thing with The Witcher 3. I know everyone calls it a masterpiece and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know. The Witcher 3 just didn't do it for me, man. I don't know. I guess it's just my taste.
The Witcher 3 is another game that, you know what? I'm not going to completely judge it based off the fact that I haven't really played it, but I've seen a lot of gameplay for it. And to me, gameplay wise, it just looks terrible. It looks, I mean, you got the guy using the same swords throughout the entire freaking game, and he just shoots a little bit of bursts of magic. I'm serious, bro. I'm serious. It's not like the Souls games like Dark Souls and all that where you get to use different weapons and upgrade your character and all that. Like this guy has two straight swords at a crossbow, and he shoots little bursts of magic every with a refresh rate. And then the gameplay is basically, you know,
It's
sort of
clunky
like
as hell,
like
man.
it's just clunky as hell. And oh man, no, hell no, man. The Witcher 3, hell, I'm pissed off they put that character in Soul
So
Calibur.
yeah, bro, that
I
kind of
am
rubbed me
very
the
pissed
wrong,
off about that shit.
bro. Yo, who you fucking telling, bro? Like when I heard and when I saw him get announced for Soul Calibur 6, kind of rubbed me the wrong way, man. I was like, it kind of like killed off my hype a little bit. But now my hype has grown off this Cloud Strife rumor now. You know,
Yeah,
now my
yeah, that
hype is
shit
back to
rebalanced
they
it.
kind of rebalanced the hype again. Because like, yo, my hype kind of died down, man.
Yeah, man. And I hate it when people say things like, "Oh, The Witcher 3 is the best game this generation." Like, come on, like get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Horizon Zero Dawn and God of War both completely destroy that game. Completely destroy it,
Annihilate, annihilate that motherfucker, man.
But don't worry, don't worry. I am sure that The Witcher 3 is gonna end up in a $5 sale or some shit. And don't worry, I'm gonna definitely give it a try. And I'm just gonna give it a try to confirm how dog shit the game is. Because the character is this lifeless, monotone character, boring ass character. I just don't get what's so amazing about this character, man. I really don't get it. But anyways,
Bro,
man.
I'll take anything over The Witcher 3. I think even Assassin's Creed is better than The Witcher.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A
Fuck that.
franchise an annual franchise like Assassin's Creed. I prefer that over The Witcher. That's
Hell
how
yeah.
bad it is, man. But yo, you got Square Enix. You got their E3. Let me get Square
Oh,
Enix's
that's gonna
list.
be fire right away.
Yeah, so you got Square Enix. They're gonna show Just Cause 4. Um,
I thought that game didn't do that well.
Just Cause 3 didn't do all that great, but yeah, apparently they
They're
wanna
making a new one.
they wanna
Right.
green light Just Cause 4. You
They
have
gave it on
Kim.
PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, just last month, right? Or a few months back.
Yeah.
I think they gave it with Ratchet and Clank. I'm not too sure, but you have Just Cause 4, Kingdom Hearts 3, Final Fantasy 7 Remake Episode 1 Midgard, Final Fantasy Remake Project. Now, I don't know what that can be. It could be any Final Fantasy between 1 and 6. It could even be 8 or 9. Not too sure. But anything after 10 doesn't really need a remake because they still hold up till this day. So it could be anything between 1 and 6 or 8 or 9. Uh, One Punch Man. Apparently, the rumor has it that Platinum Games are working on a One Punch Man game. Now, if you guys seen the anime, bro, One Punch Man is fucking fire, yo.
I
Like,
love the
it's an
character,
ama-
man. I
it's
absolutely
an
love One Punch.
amazing, it's an amazing anime. And you know
Yeah.
what? Platinum will be the perfect developer to make a One Punch Man game for. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, they'll be the perfect dev for it, man. And yeah, besides One Punch Man from Platinum Games, you also got Avengers: Age of Reckoning. That's that Square Enix game from Crystal Dynamics. Because those guys are now working on Tomb Raider. They've been working on this new Avengers game, and I'm really interested to see, how that plays out. But is there any particular game on this list? Now, I could name quite a few, right? Personally, Kingdom Hearts 3, words cannot describe how hyped I am for this game. Final Fantasy 7 Remake, I don't know about that. I really don't know because I heard they're already starting the game again from scratch. They choose to make that game internally now because they don't want to, outsource this game. Because this game is a very important game. This game is very iconic. Square Enix have to give that game justice. And since, Tetsuya Nomura's done, with Kingdom Hearts 3, I think he's going to move straight on to Final Fantasy 7 Remake. So he'll be working on that. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, you cannot fuck up this game, man. There's no way you could fuck up this remake. This other Final Fantasy remake project that they're making, I don't know if that even exists, but I'm definitely interested. One Punch Man, I'm interested. You know, out of 6 games here, I'm interested in 5 of them. What about you?
Before I get into the list for Square Enix, I did see in the chat that RD Vina agreed with us about Witcher 3. He said Witcher 3 combat was trash. And
It
that's what
was
I've been
trash,
hearing.
man. The Witcher 3 combat is dog shit, bro. I played that
Yeah.
shit for like 2 hours and I'm like, yo, I cannot take this shit no more, man. I'm bored.
Yeah, he also said the story is good and content, yeah, because it is a long game and all that, but the gameplay is thumbs down. And I knew this. I don't have to play the game to know when a gameplay lacks in depth in gameplay. I just
Look,
know
the
like
story
it
may be
looks bare
good.
bones.
The story could be good, well written. It could be a mature game. That's all, fine and dandy. But to me, it's all about that gameplay. If you don't have that gameplay,
Yeah,
forget about it. I ain't
yeah,
gonna fuck
man.
with it. I ain't gonna fuck with it like that.
All right, man.
But
Well, we
but
got
get
that out of the way. Let's go ahead and talk about the Square Enix, my one of my favorite publishers.
mm,
All right, Just Cause 4. Sounds good, man. Look, that's all good. I'm glad that they're making it because I do want Square Enix, man. I don't know about you, bro, but I want. This is a separate topic, right? But it's related.
go
I
ahead.
want Square Enix, I want Namco, and I want Capcom to kick some ass, bro. Heck, what
Wait,
other
you're
big?
forgetting about Sega, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to say Sega. I was like, I think I'm forgetting one. I was like, yeah, and I want Sega to just give a knockout blow to these shitty ass publishers such as Ubisoft, EA, and
Activision.
Activision. I am so sick of those motherfuckers, man. Like to me, this generation has all been about the Japanese gaming and Sony first party studios. That's what this generation has been like to me. And
Yeah.
I want them to really come out with bangers and just kick some ass, bro. Because I'm so tired of the fucking Ubisofts and the EAs and the Activisions and their shitty ass multiplayer service based online only crappy ass games, man. So yeah, let's get this going. Of course, Final Fantasy remake project. Um, sounds good, but Final Fantasy 8 announcement, I don't know about that. Final Fantasy 7 remake episode 1 gameplay trailer. See that shit. How long? See, this depends. How long is the episode going to be? Because if this episode is going to be at least 20 plus hours, then we're good.
Well,
But
yeah, I'm hearing somewhere within the range of 15 to 20 hours, so I think that's pretty good.
see,
I'll be
here's the
happy with
thing.
that.
I think they're gonna change the gameplay towards more like Kingdom Hearts type of action RPG type of gameplay, right?
Oh, kind of, yeah, kind
So
of like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy 15 style gameplay.
yeah,
It'll
yeah,
be more,
exactly.
it'll be more action, real time based than the traditional turn based style, that you see in Final Fantasy 7, the original, and these Persona games.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But I don't know. It seems like Japanese developers they're turning more towards action now. More like you see the Tales games as well. It's mainly all action.
Yeah,
You see, there's a lot of them out there, man. They're like changing. But I'm glad Dragon Quest 11 is going to be turn-based still. I'm
yeah,
hearing that it's going to be a hybrid between. It's going to be a little bit of a hybrid. But I haven't really looked too deep into Dragon Quest 11. But that's another game I'm looking forward to later this year. I believe September 4th. I'll be there day one for that. But yeah, go on, continue, man.
yeah. So I'm excited for that for Final Fantasy. Sephiroth is an absolute beast. Hopefully, he gets to be in Soul Calibur, and we get to see him in Final Fantasy 7 all over again. Because I do like that I do like the one winged angel, man, with that majestic hair, bro, and that long ass katana, bro. Epic.
Yeah, man. I fucking love Sephiroth, dude, man. Yo, he was epic as hell in
Yeah,
other
man.
games as well besides Final Fantasy.
Yeah, man. The character, he's the only motherfucker that has hair that long and still looks manly, man.
I know, man. I know, dude. But is there anything else that you're interested in?
Oh
One,
man,
one
One
punch, one
Punch
punch.
Man, bro. Come on. Like what such a big fan of the anime, bro. I even have a shirt, One Punch Man shirt and a mug, a coffee mug for One Punch Man. I just the only thing I'm concerned about is how the hell are we supposed to play Saitama? Cuz Saitama is like the most overpowered motherfucker ever. Like, what are you gonna base the game off of? Punch an enemy and he just blows to bits? So
Well,
how's that? How are they gonna
I'm
balance
really,
out?
I'm
They need
really
to nerf him,
interested.
bro.
They probably are gonna have to nerf him, and you're gonna have to level up or whatever. You know what I mean? So you could power up and everything. But yeah, I'm really
Yeah,
interested to see how Platinum Games,
implements it. Him.
implements all of that, and I'm sure they're gonna give that character justice, man.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the Avengers game, man, what do you think?
I mean, see, I'm not such a huge fan of like, this Avengers stuff. I haven't even seen the movie yet. Gonna see it sometime, this week. But it all depends what kind of game is it. I mean, is it gonna be like a Marvel Ultimate Alliance kind of game, or is it gonna be like this action-packed game? I mean, is it gonna be more like a role-playing game? Like, how is it gonna be? You know, it all depends
Yeah,
on the gameplay.
that's
Because I
that's
like,
what I'm, that's what
yeah.
I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering too, right? Because Crystal Dynamics, they make action adventure games like Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and all that kind of stuff.
Wait, this is
Uh,
gonna be made by Crystal Dynamics,
yeah, it's going to be made by Crystal Dynamics.
but didn't they just unveil the new Tomb Raider?
That's actually not done by Crystal Dynamics.
What?
That's
What?
that's done
Tomb
by
Raider is not being done by Crystal Dynamics?
no, not this new one.
Oh, who's making it?
Uh, it's done by Eidos Montreal, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Are they a trusty studio, man?
I believe so. I believe so. I believe they could give that game justice, man. But I'm just curious to see how like you say, is it going to be like Marvel Ultimate Alliance? Is it going to be an open world game? Is it going to be like an action RPG type game? Like I'm really curious to see.
For sure.
But I look forward to seeing what they have to show. I wonder if they're going to have all the Avengers in there, including Spider-Man as well.
Yeah,
So we
for
just
sure.
could you just imagine if that world is actually connected to the same world as Spider-Man PS4, part of the same universe? That would be dope, man.
Yeah.
But let's go towards Microsoft's E3, right? They're gonna have an Xbox One X retrospective trailer. Like I don't know why we need another trailer. We know the console's out here. Whatever. Gears of War 5 reveal trailer, multiplayer demo. Okay. Halo 6 teaser, speech and presentation from
A
343
teaser?
Studio.
A teaser for Halo 6? A
Yeah.
teaser.
Yeah.
They don't even got gameplay yet. I would
Well,
think that
take
Halo
it,
would
take
release
it,
this year. That's
yeah,
crazy.
take it with a grain of salt, right?
Yeah, I know
Because
it's yeah.
Halo's been in development. Well, the next Halo has been in development for over 3 years now. Last Halo we saw was 2015. So if
It's
we're
been
in
3 years now.
2008, if we're in 2018 and they don't have anything to show, that'll be pretty shitty, man. Especially for like Xbox gamers out there, right? And also Rock Band 4, Michael Jackson tribute. Don't know what's that about. We haven't had a Rock Band game for a while, so it'd be kind of weird to see that.
Well, we had one this generation though. It didn't get much attention, but we did
And
have
then,
one.
and then we have Destiny 2, Ghosts of Nakazaki or whatever. I don't know what that shit is. That must be the Destiny 2 Comet leak. That was from Walmart. So I
A
think they,
Japanese name in
yeah,
Destiny?
but no, but the thing is, it makes no sense because why the hell would Xbox have Destiny 2 on their E3? That's a Sony thing. I know the game is multi-platinum.
Nagasaki? Wow.
Yeah, One
Sounds
Punch Man. One Punch Man is going to be shown on Xbox's stage,
Yo,
presented
that
by
shit better not
Platinum.
be exclusive, man. I'm gonna be pissed off.
Bro, could you just imagine if One Punch Man was an exclusive to Xbox? This is the game Phil
Made by
signed up.
Platinum? No, because Platinum Games is making it, so there's no way in hell they're gonna be working with Microsoft ever again.
You never know. Like in this industry, you just never know. They burnt bridges with a lot of developers, but maybe
Yeah.
Phil. What if Phil went like, look, this, hypothetically, like we could just say, like, what if Phil went there in Japan to build bridges again with Platinum and everybody else, and he struck a deal with One Punch Man with Square Enix and Platinum
I'll be
Games.
salty, man. I'll be salty, bro. I'll be salty. I ain't gonna lie about that. But hey, that's how you get people to invest in your console, you know?
Oh, definitely.
By
You
getting
know,
motherfuckers salty that they can't play your game.
Sea
Like
of
God of War did for
Thieves.
something.
Well, apparently they're going to be showing Sea of Thieves again, according to
What?
this. Like, bruh, like how many more times do we have to see this dog shit on the
See a
stage,
fish.
man? On the
Yeah.
big stage, man. Come on, man. Fuck that.
Damn.
Crackdown 3 release date, reveal trailer, presentation from Terry Crews with gameplay. Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, something about that makes no sense because I thought that was a Sony thing. They're going to be marketing this game and they have exclusive content for it.
You think they're gonna release an HD remake of the first game on PS4?
Um, I kind of doubt that, but never say never, right? And there's going to be an Xbox One X sales success trailer. Like, who the fuck bought that thing? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I have no clue on what's going on. But yeah, I think a lot of these games and some of these, it just doesn't seem to add up. Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of these games at E3, and some of them that are rumored, we may see them, but there's some things here that just don't make no sense. Like, I don't think we're gonna see Destiny on Xbox's stage. I don't think we're gonna see Red Dead Redemption 2 on their stage. So
Yeah, this
already,
list
like,
with a grain of salt because Destiny would never be, because they have a deal with Sony. So
they,
why would it
they,
appear at Microsoft?
yeah, Activision have like a 5 year deal with Sony with Destiny, and they have like a 3-4 game deal with Call of Duty. I think after this year, like after this Call of Duty, the deal expires, and it'll be up to Sony if they want to renew that deal with Activision for Call of Duty. Now, me personally, I don't think Sony needs Call of Duty. They really don't.
Yeah,
But hey, if they want to push esports, Call of Duty on PlayStation, I guess that would be the best way of doing it, right? Getting them,
yeah.
getting the maps first, having a branded PS4 with Call of Duty on there,
Yeah.
you
I mean,
know.
we talk about exclusives, man. We talk about exclusives and how they sell consoles, and it's definitely true. They definitely have that impact. But let's not forget, man, the casual average Joe, those marketing deals really come in handy,
They
at
do,
selling
you know what?
consoles.
They do come in handy, those marketing deals, but it doesn't make the same impact like it did last gen. Like last gen,
Yeah.
it was a bigger deal and it made a bigger impact. When you heard, Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 1 is going to get match first on 360, that was a big deal back then. Call of Duty, The Lost and the Damned, right? I'm not Call of Duty, GTA, The Lost and the Damned. First on 360 for a whole year. That was a big deal, back in the
Yeah.
day. And even timed exclusives were a big deal back in the day. Right now, it's
Yeah,
not
that
really a
was
big
when
deal
Call
no
of
more.
Duty was huge. But is Call of Duty still as big as it used to be? Because I don't really see that much hype for it anymore. Like I see more motherfuckers talking about Overwatch and Fortnite than. Hell, even
Yeah,
that game PUBG or whatever it is.
yeah. People talk about those more than Call of Duty now. Call of Duty's kind of dying out. Even I could even say the same thing with Battlefield. But Battlefield have their guaranteed audience, right?
Yeah, and I'm part of that
Battle
that audience because I've always had a soft spot for the Battlefield franchise. I've always supported the except the police themed one, Battlefield Hardline. That was dog shit.
I actually
I didn't
bought
buy
that.
that.
I actually bought that. I think that was the last Battlefield game I actually bought. I didn't buy Battlefield 1. I didn't buy that. I
That
did
game should
try
have been DLC.
I tried it on EA Access. So you know how they give you like a trial on EA Access or Battlefield 1?
Yeah,
I tried it on Xbox One. I thought it was okay, but I didn't end up buying it. I'm like, I don't really care. I didn't really care for it enough to buy it. So I thought it was okay though. Don't get me wrong. Graphics look unbelievable. It looked beautiful, but I don't know. Just kind of burnt out with shooters, dude. Really am. And
yeah,
the market is really saturated full of them. Do you know what I'm
it
saying?
is,
All we
man.
see is shooters all the time from all these
That's why I
third
like
party
my
publishers.
single players, man. That's why I like my single player games. They're more unique.
You mean those action adventure type ones, right? Third
Yeah,
person,
like God of War, bro. Near Automata, Persona 5,
Bayonetta,
Horizon Zero Dawn. These are the games, man, that really do it for me. Multiplayer wise, I just like to play like
fighters.
fighting games and racing games as well. I like playing racers online. Fun.
Yeah, man. We had concept images. Speaking of racing, we had concept images leaked for Forza Horizon 3, and my God, they look beautiful, man. Like
Yeah,
I
I know
looked
you
at
like
it.
that game.
I like no. Here's the thing. I like the Horizon games. Like I'm not really too big on the motorsport. Like yeah, don't get me wrong. They're okay for what they are. They're just regular sims. But I'm more into the whole arcadey racer.
Yeah.
I
I
love
like
Need for
both,
Speed.
man. I can appreciate the real. See, I'm playing GT Sport right now, so I
But
appreciate
here's
the realism, but
I
I
don't
do
see.
like
Here's the thing. I don't
Drive
really
Club
care.
as
I
well.
don't care about sims. I don't care about realism in racing games. They're video games. That's the thing. If I really want to do stuff like that, I'll take my key, go outside and do it. You know what I mean? I'll drive for real and do that shit.
Yeah,
This is a
yeah.
video game.
See, here's the thing though. The thing that I appreciate about simulation racers is the depth in the racing. Like it's much more like since it's more realistic. There's much more things that you
Yeah,
can
I
do
appreciate
to
some
the
of the things,
car.
especially the fine tuning and all that
Tuning
kind of stuff,
exactly.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I get all of that. I get all of that. But me personally, man, I just love my arcadey kind of race. I love Need for Speed. I love Forza
Yeah, it's pick up and
Horizon.
play. Yeah, pick up and
I
play.
love games like Ridge Racer. I like Outrun. Those are my kind of shits. Sega Rally. I love shit like that. I like rally racing as well. Daytona USA.
Oh yeah, I love rally. There's a new I like Dirt 4. I haven't that new one came out. I haven't bought it, but I do like the Dirt, like the rally sports and shit. I like that.
But the racing genre isn't as big like it
As
used
they
to
used
be back in the
to be.
day. It's turning more niche by the day
Yeah,
or by the years.
I
And
mean, Gran Turismo Sport sold 3.3 million copies as of right now, and that came out last year.
most of
So
those sales they're from my side. What I mean? I don't think that many people on your side bought that game because the
yeah.
majority of Gran Turismo sales is always like Europe and the UK. Because
But
over
the game
here,
also did have some things that set it back that pissed off a few people, like the always online thing and stuff like that.
one
So
or
they did
apparently
anger the fan base
yeah
a bit.
they actually did anger people, but they corrected all of that though. To their defense, they corrected all of that, and they have a legit offline career mode you can play now. So
Yeah,
it should have been that way from the beginning. I think it would have sold more. I think it wouldn't be at 3.5 million. It could have been at 6 million by now.
yeah.
Who knows? But the
Shit, the
game did
one on
have
PS3 sold like over 6 million copies. So the Gran Turismo 6.
Gran Turismo 5 sold, I believe like 11, 12 million copies, right? That was the
Yeah,
highest
sold
selling
like
Gran
10 million,
Turismo.
over 10 million. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just don't seem to be doing numbers like that no more.
Yeah.
But hey, that's racing games for you. They
Even
do have
Forza,
legs.
man. Even Forza ain't doing that hot either. Forza used to sell
And
like
I
three,
believe, I
four
believe, for,
million copies.
I believe, Forza Horizon 3 sold 3.5 million copies. Something around 3 million it sold. I think that's the most successful Forza game ever made because Forza games only, I don't know, they only seem to
No,
be
Forza
selling.
4 sold more than that.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Forza 4 sold like 4 or 5 million on the 360.
I don't know, but all I know is that this generation, Horizon 3 is the most successful racing game for Xbox
Oh
out of
yeah,
the
for
Forza
sure.
franchise. I think it's starting to surpass like their regular Forzas. And you know what the killer is? It's not even made by their first party studio. You know, that's not made
Outsourced.
internally. It's been outsourced. Yeah, it's
Playground games, I think they're called.
yeah, Playground Games. You know, when it comes down to races, though, I really believe like these UK devs, they're the best when it comes down to races, man. You got Sumo Digital, you got Codemasters, you had Evolution back in the day. You know, they're no longer here, and obviously Playground. I think right now, to me personally, they're like the new kings of the genre now. You know, and I'm hearing all these things like Playground are also making Fable or a new RPG, open world RPG, um, or whatever. I also hear other rumors that they're making a multi-plat game. I don't know, but whatever these guys are making, I look forward to it because I'm a big fan of the studio, man.
And you're making a PC. You're making a building a PC, so you're gonna have it on your PC at 60 frames per second.
Oh yeah. In case you guys didn't know, I'm on the process of building a PC. Looking, obviously, I haven't really decided fully if I should go with, you know, the Intel i7 7 series, or if I should go with Ryzen 5. That has, I believe it has like 6 cores or something like that. Not too sure, but I don't know, and I don't know what graphic card to go for. Like, I don't know if I should go for the
AMD or
1070.
yeah.
Yeah, AMD or Nvidia. I don't know.
Go for that 1080, man.
Nah, I see. The thing is, I'm
I'm
not looking to
surprised
go
they haven't
all
come
out.
up with some new cards though, because the 1080s and the 10,000 series, I mean the 1000 series, they've been out for a while already.
Yeah,
Usually with PC, man, every 3 months there's a brand new set of cards, man, that come out.
well, I heard they're coming out with 1180 now. There's going to be a
Mm.
new 1180. I don't know if it's Ti or not, but yeah, like the nanometer. That's coming real soon as well. So I guess these cards right now that you see that are really expensive. I think they're going to drop down in price real soon. So if you're building a PC right now, I've been told if you're building a PC right now, now is not a good time because you'd be paying a
Yeah,
hell of a lot. But I'm not looking to build like
a
a cheap
monster.
budget. Yeah, I don't want to build any an absolute beast, but I want to build something that could hold its own, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
So even if I went with 1060 or 1070, I'll be fine with that. I ain't really looking for 4K gaming. This is more for like video editing, video rendering, and yeah, certain games I'll get to play on 60 frames. So I'll be fine with that. But it's not primarily for gaming. It's primarily for, other stuff, content creating, green screen, because I'll be doing some of that stuff in the future, man. Just on the process of doing all of that. But enough about PC, man. This is the greatness podcast. I don't even know why we talk about that stuff. But let's talk about Inside Xbox for a second, man. We see, I didn't really bother seeing the show live. I didn't really want to see the show live. Um, but I heard it was another dog shit show. Now, my question to you is there any point right now of doing these shows if you're going to say that if you're going to show the same shit over and over again? Now, the only thing we've seen that was new in the show for the first time was this new Halo light gun game. It's an arcade game.
And it
And you know
ain't even
what?
for Xbox.
It's not even for Xbox, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? That's the shit that makes no sense to me, man. You have to go to a certain place to play that game. You won't get to play it in the comfort of your own home. And I don't get it, dude. The AAA drought is strong on that console, and for you to announce a game like that and have it as arcade exclusive, man. If I was an Xbox fan, especially a Halo dude, I'll be pissed. What about you? That's like Sony announcing, let's just say, a new Killzone game that's only for the arcades, or like a new Uncharted game.
Yeah,
Well, no, not even that. A Last of Us spin-off, but you could only play it in the arcades. Could you just imagine that shit?
I know, right? I don't even think that would ever even make sense, but yeah. Just hypothetically speaking, yeah, it would be totally wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And I really don't know. Besides Japan, no one out here goes to arcades no more, man. Arcades is dead here, bro. I don't know
Yeah,
about where you
sadly.
live.
I miss those days, man. I miss those good
Yeah, I miss the
days.
days where you put in a quarter and then you be,
And everybody would join and start forming a group, play Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and yeah.
yeah,
And
Marvel
Soul
vs.
Calibur
Capcom.
2 as well back in the day was pretty
Yeah,
hype. Too.
yeah,
People would play
playing
that.
freaking even playing the OG Street Fighter, man, Street Fighter 2, Champion Edition, or anything, Hyper Fighter, whatever, Darkstalkers. Like those were the days. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was like some of the best days in arcade gaming for me. But I don't know what's happened, man. Arcade gaming is not big. It's still big in Japan.
They
People still
have
go out.
some arcade games like in Dave and Buster's, and they have them at theaters, some theaters, as sort of as a time waster, you know.
Yeah, you'll get like those light gun games from like Bandai. You get like the Time Crisis. Sega
Yeah.
released a new House of the Dead recently. Hopefully that can make its way onto consoles, but that's currently in arcades right now. But having this Halo game as a Dave and Buster's exclusive, man, I don't know, man. That's a joke to me, dude. They have to release that on console someday, man. But beside that, that Halo light gun game, all they were talking about was esports this, esports that, and that was it. State of Decay 2 gameplay.
State of
With
Decay is in State of Decay. Like the review scores for that game is in a state of decay. So that's a very fitting title for that game because that game really is in a state of decay. That game is decaying for sure. Like nobody gave a fuck about it.
decayed out.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it got bad scores, but do scores determine whether I buy a game or not? Not exactly, because
exactly. Yeah,
there's been
exactly.
there's been games out there that I've thoroughly enjoyed that have very low scores, like The
Exactly.
Order 1886. I think
Yeah,
that had like 64 Metacritic. I love that game, dude. You know,
yeah.
Little Big Planet have had shitty scores, and I like
The
that game too.
the third one.
Yeah, the third one had really poor scores. But I like the game for what it is, man. You know, and there've been a few games last gen that had like 30 and 40 Metacritic scores. I remember that Fast and Furious game last gen. I thought it was a pretty dope game. I enjoyed it, but it had shitty scores. But doesn't mean you can't enjoy it, right? People can still
Yeah,
go out there and enjoy State of Decay. But yeah, the game does have issues. It does have way too many issues, uh, bugs and glitches, you name it, man. Like that game is not fixed. I don't think it
not
was even ready for launch. And that you cannot defend. What I mean? Scores, you could look past scores, right? Because who gives a shit? People use scores for ammo in this console war. Let's just be real here, right?
yeah,
That's why we use scores, right? When you compare a game like Last of Us to this, and you say, "Oh, look, Last of Us got 94 Metacritic," people use that as
that game
banter.
got a 96. I remember having or a 90. Yeah, 95, 96. It wasn't even a 94. I think it was like 6. God of War had like a 94, 95. See,
Yeah, Yeah, I think what it is, people like comparing, obviously a masterpiece like God of War to State of Decay, because you know, obviously, these people just played a masterpiece. Now, everything that comes out after that, they're gonna look, naturally, you're gonna look at it as dog shit, right? Because like you just played the game of the generation, and now you have this coming along, and yeah, naturally, you're just gonna go around and say, "Yo, this is dog shit." So like I could see it from their end, what I'm saying? I could see it from their end, but like truly, come on, man, you guys gotta like give them a little break, man. Let them enjoy the game.
Hey,
Let
it
them
doesn't
enjoy.
look as bad as Sea of Thieves, that's for sure.
Oh
So,
yeah, exactly. I could give him a merit for that. Like hey, at least
that's
it's
an
not
improvement.
dog. It's still a step up to Sea of Thieves. I agree with you. There won't
Yeah.
definitely looks better than Sea of Thieves. I'll give him that. But I did notice that I saw screenshots and from the E3 footage compared to the launch footage, and there is a little bit of a downgrade there. And kind of surprised by that. Well, then again, I ain't really that surprised because most games are usually downgraded anyway, right? The Ubisofts are the kings of that. All smoke and mirrors though, and then all of a sudden, you see through it, man. Eventually, but
Yeah.
yeah, dude, that's pretty much what it is. There was a few other topics that I really wanted to touch on. My question to you, right? I'm gonna ask. This is more of a question, right? Do you think this whole power and resolution thing? Do you think this whole thing is too late? Like jumping on that whole power thing, like for Microsoft to do that, because obviously they've been behind all generation, right? When it comes to power, now they caught up and surpassed them in power, but they're way behind on games. Do you think when it comes down to power, it's too little, too late?
You know what, man? To tell you the truth, I don't think at this point in the generation it matters all that much. Um, the it might start to matter again next generation when the
I
next consoles come out because people are going to look for reasons to choose one over the other. And I do
Yes.
think that power is going to matter again, but then again, we're at a point right now with technology that there's the law of diminishing returns. You know, we're at the point where everything, even if it's not 4K, it still looks pretty damn good. So, I just think that it might not be as big. And another thing is that matters is your reputation, man, because that was a big thing with the PlayStation and Xbox One. So Sony having a good reputation coming into the eighth generation, and following with the reputation of delivering on the games. I think that's going to play an important role, man. So hey. I think,
Yeah.
but to answer your question, yeah, I do think it matters, but not a whole lot. Like, even though I have a PlayStation Pro and I know the Xbox One X is a more powerful machine, I could still give two shits about that because I got all the games over here, and over there it's just nothing but dryness. So
I hear you. I hear you loud and clear.
power didn't matter with the Vita and the 3DS. 3DS still pulled up ahead.
Yeah, you
So
know what? We're gonna get to that in a minute because I do want to talk about the Vita a little bit, right?
oh
We
yeah,
have a
we
topic
were
about
gonna
that.
talk about the Vita.
But going back to the whole power thing, the power narrative with Xbox and PlayStation. Yes, power it will matter again. I do agree with you there. It will matter um at the beginning of the generation when people decide what console they want to go with and what benefit you're going to get. If you want to go with power, coming towards the end of the generation, at that point it don't matter, dude. People have already made up their mind from the beginning. They're gonna stick with PlayStation because they're pretty much settled when it comes to that ecosystem, right? They know the lineup, they know the roadmap, they know what's coming. So, just because, the competition release another powerful hardware, it's still the same damn box at the end of the day with the same games. some of those games are just gonna look better. They're gonna get patches or whatever. But that's about it, man. Do you know what Microsoft remind me of? Do you know what they remind me of? Especially like some of these Xbox fans, like these guys, they remind me of. Do you know like the kid that got bullied in school?
Yeah.
Right? They got bullied in school for years and years and years. For like 3, 4 years, they got bullied straight. They got sick and tired of the bullshit. Oh, we're not powerful. We're not this. We're not that. We're inferior. So these motherfuckers went to the gym, decided to work out and everything. And by the time, they're all buffed up and all fucking hench and shit, those motherfuckers have moved on to college now. You know what I mean? It's done.
Yeah.
So it don't even matter how big you are now because these people have moved on now.
Yeah.
Now they're getting all the chicks in college now, right? I know it's kind of like a bad,
Yeah.
silly analogy, but that's the way I look at the whole thing, man. you know?
You're too late. Period. You're too late. You should have done something, back in the day. But
Well, you should have
man,
done
it's
something
funny. You
like the
know what's
beginning.
funny, man? The PS4 has always been the same vision, man. They've never changed their narrative. But Microsoft, man, they've been changing their narrative. They've been changing their strategy. You know, throughout the entire generation, man. They've just been changing and changing and changing. They just can't seem to know what the hell to do. At this point,
Yeah, like
they've been backtracking way too much.
way too much backtracking, man. Like, dude, I remember Phil saying, shout out to Phil. He did say at one point, resolution doesn't determine the quality of the game. Resolution don't matter. This and that. I've heard so many things, from this guy, and now all of a sudden, also about the whole single player not having an impact, and now the backtracking has begun. Like, I think he's realized, and now all of a sudden he wants powerful systems. Now he wants single player games.
A
I
man,
don't
a
know.
man should a man like Phil, he should admit that he was wrong. He said, "Oh, single player games, don't have the same impact as before. You'll see games like Zelda and Horizon do very good, but
See,
overall,
see.
whatever, they
Here's
don't
the,
have the
here,
same impact."
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. See, I wouldn't expect something like that coming from him, especially a man like him, right? I
Yeah,
would expect some shit like that coming from EA and Activision, because that's what they're all about. They're all about that whole service based shit. And for
yeah,
him to say that, it seemed like he's not even the head of Xbox. He seems like no, from everything he said, that he seems like he's the CEO of Activision. You know what I'm saying? He might as well work for them at this point with the comments that he's been saying. I don't know, man. It's just people don't like to admit when they're wrong in general because obviously, that's bad publicity. People look at them in a certain way. But
I
I do,
know I'm the opposite way. When you admit that you are wrong, I respect that.
yeah, so do I.
There's nothing better than admitting that, hey, I was wrong about this, and to me, I respect that because that's integrity right there. That's like that's good shit. I don't know. That's just me.
But he has his integrity to worry about because just like in a few weeks from now, it's going to be Judgment Day for Phil Spencer. This E3 will define him and his 4 years as head of Xbox. Like, yo, this E3 is going to be his final deadline in the eyes of many, including guys like you and I and everybody else, the hardcore out there. This is where we're going to see, we have to see the fruits of his labor, right?
Exactly. It's
He,
been
he,
4 years. No excuse.
yeah, we have to see the fruits of his labor. He did say, games take a while to make, and that is true. Games do take time, but he's had 4 years, you know, and there's no more hardware. There's none of that. So he's got all of that out the way. There's no more excuses. He just needs to show people what he's made of, and you know, Sony have dished out all their cards on the table right now, so they're pretty much relaxing at this point.
Yeah.
You
They're
know what I'm
prepping for
saying?
next gen. So,
Yeah, they're already winding down this gen and already moving to this gen. Like Phil needs to come out swinging When I mean swinging, I mean like, yo, he needs to drop haymakers full of bangers. Yo, I'll be rooting for him as a gamer because I'm a gamer first and foremost. Like, I would want him to do good. I would want Xbox to have a great E3. And, at one point, that was my preferred platform of choice. And I hope he does well. I hope he can produce and deliver. But hey, if he doesn't deliver, if I were him, I don't know. If I were him, I would go, and keep his, remember, like you gotta your integrity is important more than anything, right? You just don't want to be known as. So you don't watch. You see, we watch, football here in the UK, right? And we have teams like Manchester United, Arsenal. See, Arsenal's manager, his name is Arsene Wenger. He's that kind of guy, right? He wouldn't spend on world class talent. He wouldn't buy players, even though he has the money, right? He wouldn't go out there and buy the players. And I feel the same way, and a lot of people feel the same way, with Phil Spencer, right? If he don't deliver, people will look at him as the Arsene Wenger of Xbox, and I really hope that doesn't happen because I think Phil's an awesome guy, and he's done some great things for them since he was there, but he hasn't really, delivered that much on the game side. Yeah, he's done some cool things, getting rid of the paywall, backwards compatibility with 360, OG Xbox. He's done a few good things, but this is the E3 that will define him, man.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to get any more of the Matrix stuff there. You know what I'm saying? Besides maybe Crackdown, that may be a Matrix game still that's been delayed over and over again. But yeah, like if these rumors are true, Perfect Dark third person action, great new Fable open world RPG, great. A couple of new IPs in there, get a Japanese exclusive in there. Then yeah, I'd say what, he's pretty much, he's worthy when it comes down to staying over there and still keeping his position and everything. Because I keep, everyone on Twitter, man, they're mad at him right now. People are hashtagging Phil Spencer out. Hashtag Phil Spencer out. Now, shout out to my homegirl, Legendary Gamer, right? She's been going brutal on Twitter, man. Especially when it comes to Phil Spencer, man.
Yeah.
Like she's
Hey,
been
well,
going full savage. Everyone's going savage
hey,
on
well,
Phil right
hey,
now.
Wolf, man. The we've been already kind of like on time for a while. So
How? Oh yeah, yeah,
let's
yeah,
let's
yeah.
let's discuss the Vita and then wrap it up.
Oh yeah, 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 definitely. Yeah, well, you know, um, news came in just a few days ago that the PlayStation Vita will no longer have physical production over here in the West. And yeah, it's really sad to hear that. I don't even think even the companies like Limited Run will be, publishing these physical releases on Vita games or any of these other companies now because Sony is stopping it now. You know, period. If you do want to get physical copies of Vita games, you're gonna have to import that from Play Asia or whatever site where you import games, or
Yeah.
if you want to go on Amazon or whatever. It's really sad, really sad, really unfortunate. But before I give my take, well, why don't you give me your take on that, man?
Hey, man. I think it was always a cool handheld that had a very rough start. But slowly over time, it got its respect, man. It found its niche. It found its crowd, and it's a handheld that actually had a lot of great games. A lot of RPGs, JRPGs, a lot of games came out over there. The handheld was very highly featured. Like it had a lot of features. You had the whole remote play. You had the party chat. The it had a lot of features. It was a fully featured handheld with very good online play. I would probably say the online play, yeah, no doubt. The online capabilities of the PlayStation Vita are better than the Nintendo Switch.
I
You
agree.
know,
I agree
got
100%.
trophies. Messenger. It's got a great messaging system, party chat. You know, I don't
Invite
know. I don't
system.
know. Yeah, you don't need a separate app to do party chat. You don't have to,
Go on your
man.
phone.
You don't have to go on your phone. You don't even have to pay for PlayStation Plus to play online on that thing either, right?
I
I
have
don't
no
even
clue,
think you
dude.
need. I don't
I have
think you
no
do.
idea.
No, not even on PS3. It's free on PS3 and PlayStation Vita. It's just on PlayStation 4. But no, man. Hey, it came out in 2012, bro. And if they're ending it in 2019, I mean that's a lot of time, bro. That's like 7 years. So
Yeah, I agree there. But you know what? The Vita is still selling in Japan. It's still popular
yeah,
over there. Yeah, it may not be selling as much over here, but yeah, like it still gets the indie support. There's a lot of indie games that come on the Vita. You still get those third-party Japanese games that come on the Vita. The Vita has a lot of exclusives, dude. Like, yo, dude, it has so much exclusives. It's not even a joke. More exclusives than the Xbox.
oh, what doesn't?
But yeah, exactly. But my point being, like, is that yeah, you had the Bandai Namco, Square Enix. They released Secret of Mana, the remake, on the Vita earlier this year. You have companies like Koei supporting the Vita. Even Sega, they support the Vita. All of these big Japanese developers support the Vita, man, and that was actually a good thing. I think that's what kept it alive for so many years because Sony gave up on it. Like, from when it comes down to first party development, they kind
Yeah.
of like just said, fuck it. Let's just like focus on PS4, whatever. But my question to you is, do you think, based off, hearing this news alone, do you think there's a chance that Sony could be working on a new handheld sometime in the future? Because we've seen like these patent designs and whatever, whatnot, of something that has detachable controllers or some shit. Do you think that that could be something, some kind of device that could support the next PlayStation, like something that could support the PS5? Because let me tell you something. As you were saying, dude, the Vita had so many features, man. Like, like, dude, it had more features than the PS3. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It had more features than that. You had party chat on there. You had a messaging system where you could send messages, you could send invites, you could earn trophies. And then you had all these other apps where you could, watch and stream shit, watch movies on it and everything.
It
Man,
even
it just
has
felt like a complete.
has features similar to the PS4 where you can write comments on your on the game and stuff like that. It was a very I think the PlayStation Vita helped with the design of the PlayStation 4. It really helped, develop the software for the PS4 for sure.
Yeah, well, the Vita's always going to be a special handheld to me personally. I'm playing it right now. I'm playing Persona 4 Golden on it right now.
Yeah.
Trying to complete that. I've fought like 5 bosses already. But dude, man, there were certain games I wish the Vita had. I wish the Vita had a Yakuza game. I wish it also had a Kingdom Hearts game. I think when it comes down to the whole handheld market
Monster
alone, I
Hunter,
think
dude.
yeah, Monster Hunter. But I think Nintendo kind of like, I don't know, they went aggressive with it though. They were buying out like certain exclusives. They bought Monster Hunter. You know what I'm saying? So that I could kill off the Vita. What else did they buy? They bought all the Dragon Quest games for the 3DS.
Oh man,
Yeah,
they absolutely. I was,
because
I
in
remember
Japan,
I remember because I was one of the early adopters for the PlayStation Vita, bro. And I gotta tell you, man, I suffered a lot, with the PlayStation Vita, man. Eventually, I just gave up on it because um the thing about it is that the 3DS was getting all the games and the Vita was just getting neglected, man. Like it was like
I
all the Monster
know.
Hunters weren't coming over. All these games that could be easily ported over to the PlayStation Vita, weren't being
That's what
ported.
I'm. That's what I'm saying, man. That
And
kind of,
and
I don't
and
know. It's still upset.
my mentality was like, yo, we're starving for games over here. Why can't Square Enix port this Kingdom Hearts game over here? Why can't Capcom put their Monster Hunter on PlayStation Vita? Why can't we get these games from third parties over here?
I
It
think
didn't make any
that was
freaking
one of the
sense.
reasons. Yeah, that was one of the reasons why the 3DS beat the Vita in sales and popularity because it had certain games like
And the
Monster
price.
Hunter.
And the
Yeah,
price and some of the
and the
like the
price
memory
and the
cards were
fact.
very
Yeah, but see,
expensive.
that was the Vita's downfall was the proprietary memory cards. That was their downfall because if you could just put a normal SD card in there, like a 256 gigabyte memory card in there,
Yeah.
and it just works. You don't have to buy a Sony one. You could just buy any other one, right? From online or whatever, Amazon. You could just put that in there and it worked. And if it worked, it would have been perfect for the Vita, man. Just do what the 3DS did. Just have like any old memory card working in there. And
Exactly, but I
it
think
should have
they
had it
shoot
should have
themselves
had
in the foot
it should have
because
had
they
inbuilt
made
memory.
they probably put too much power in the PlayStation Vita and they were selling it at a loss. So the only way to make profit off of it was probably to increase the size of the
Yeah,
memory,
but
increase the
here's the
price.
thing though. Like I think Sony could have taken a loss on the Vita as long as they had the software to back it up, because that makes up for the money. You know what I'm saying? That makes up for the loss. Remember, it's always software that makes the majority of the money for these
True.
platform holders. It's not the hardware, because the hardware you only sell once, right? So I'm only
Yeah.
gonna sell you a PS Vita once. After that, everything you spend on will just be games only, and you're gonna buy more than one game for that particular console, right?
Yeah.
And by the time the dust settles, you probably would have spent over $1,000 when it comes down to games on for that particular library. So you could sell a Vita at a loss, but make it up with the software sales, man. And here's the thing: they were selling it out. They were doing all this shit with the proprietary memory cards and everything. And at the same time, they weren't getting certain games like Monster Hunter, Dragon Quest, like Kingdom Hearts
Yeah.
3D, like Dream Drop Distance that the
And
3DS had.
plus all the great Nintendo exclusives that were dropping over there, like Pokemon and
No, but no, that's not
Nintendo
Pokemon. That's a
Nintendo
Nintendo
has been
thing.
doing handhelds way longer than Sony, so
Yeah, they have dedicated
it
studios. So they have dedicated studios and dedicated
for
teams to make
handhelds.
full handheld games, right?
Yeah.
But what the Sony could have done, man, they could have make deals with Square Enix, Capcom, Bandai. Yeah, we had like Tales of
They
Hearts and
lost
stuff like
hope.
that.
They lost hope once Killzone Mercenary flopped. It was crazy, man, because it was an amazing game. I beat it from start to finish. I played it online. That was the best first person shooter, mobile first person shooter I've ever played. Handheld. It was absolutely amazing. So they kind of gave up on that once that game flopped, and Tearaway as well. So they were even making a infamous game for PlayStation Vita.
I
They were
heard,
actually
and
making one.
there was actually a Bioshock game that was canceled for the Vita as well.
Yeah, man. It was terrible. Nintendo absolutely killed them, man. They beat them to the punch.
I played Borderlands on the Vita. That's actually a pretty cool game on the Vita, man. Believe it or not, looks really
Yeah.
good. It looks just like the console version. I was pretty surprised by that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have console quality graphics on the Vita, and people go around saying that that whole aspect of console games on the Vita, on handhelds don't work. It's working for the Switch. Reason why is because it was done right. You know what I'm saying? It was done right, and you could put any memory card in the Switch. It's not proprietary, and that's why it's
Yeah.
really successful right now. And the Vita could have done Switch numbers, dude. It really could have. If the Vita took off like the Switch, till this day, we'll still be getting Vita games from Sony's first party, guaranteed. But
Sure.
yeah, I'm still sad about the Vita, man, and hopefully, we can get a new handheld from Sony that's has some kind of compatibility with PS5, some kind of external support, and it'd be cool because nowadays developers, they can scale games, right? Using APIs, they can scale it down to suit the hardware for a certain spec of a certain device. Nowadays, tech has evolved, right? So let's just say you get these PS5 games by Sony's first party studios, right? Maybe there could be a way to scale them down for Sony's new handheld. And imagine that as, imagine cross buy. So if you buy, let's just say, Last of Us 3 on the PS5, that means you also own it for the Vita 2 or whatever the next handheld is called. Just imagine
Yeah.
that shit, dude. Cross buy and cross save, because you got to realize that handheld gaming is big. Like people seem to think it's not big. It is handheld gaming is huge, and the Switch is growing right now. And Sony need to look at that as some kind of threat because I believe it is. It is a threat to Sony's
It's
domination right
catching
now.
momentum. It really is, man. It's really catching
It's
momentum.
about
But
it's about to surpass PS4 in Japan right now. Do you know how embarrassing that is?
wait, what? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
the Nintendo
I did
Switch,
not know that.
the Nintendo Switch is about to surpass the PS4 in Japan.
See, but the thing about Japan is that it's a very mobile dominated market because of the lifestyle over there. And it doesn't help the fact that the Switch has a Monster Hunter there, which is not as good as Monster Hunter World, but it does have a Monster Hunter there. So it has some version of Monster Hunter 4, so that's pretty big.
Oh, they have
And plus, it's not
XX,
that expensive. The Switch ain't that expensive. It's like what, 250, is it?
something like that. You could get a good deal on the Switch nowadays, anyway, man. I look forward to Monster Hunter, Generations Ultimate or whatever it's called. It's
Yeah.
coming out August 28th, the same day as Yakuza Kiwami 2. That's the funny thing. Uh, but Yakuza gets first priority, of course. But I will play that Monster Hunter on the Switch because that's basically the port of the 3DS version and the very same one as XX, which is in Japan right now. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, I wish the Vita did have a Monster Hunter game, and it would have been a lot more successful. Like Nintendo knew where to go, and no, they knew what game to sign. In order for their handheld to be successful. But even without, let's just say, even without the Monster Hunters, the Dragon Quest, and even without stuff like that, the Kingdom Hearts, the Switch is still. I mean, the 3DS was still big anyway, because they, just through their first party alone. Because if you're
Yeah.
getting like the Zeldas and the Marios and all that kind of stuff on there, the Pokemon games, that shit still sells, man.
Oh
But
yeah,
I
especially
really do.
Pokemon and all that. That's too huge, man.
I do hope, eventually, Sony do release another handheld. Give it another try. Give it another shot. And yeah, another game that the 3DS had, and it's something that I really liked, is Project X Zone, right? Project X Zone 2. Amazing game, dude. It's like a crossover RPG with Capcom, Sega characters, and Bandai characters. The game was dope, man. It's like you could play as Kiryu in that game. You could play as Majima in that game from Yakuza, Ryu from Street Fighter. They were all in that game. It's like one of the biggest crossover games with all the characters from all the big Japanese publishers. If you own a 3DS and never tried Project X Zone, I highly recommend it to you, man. I hope they even port Project X Zone 2 to the Nintendo Switch or even release Project X Zone 3. That would be dope. If
Yeah.
the Vita had a game like Project X Zone, man, I think that would have helped a lot as well, especially when it comes to, popularity and when it comes down to success and sales.
I
People would
mean,
have
the Vita
bought.
did get Tokiden games. The Tokiden games were absolutely awesome. Really, really good.
Oh, yeah, you know what? They're kind of like Monster Hunter as well.
It is.
Tokiden 2. They were getting a lot of the Warriors games, the Muso games like Dynasty Warriors and you name it, Berserk, all of those games, man. All the Warriors games they get all the time. Um, they were getting quite a few third party JRPGs, man. But Yo, I just wish it had a Kingdom Hearts, man. I wish it had a Yakuza. I wish it had a Monster Hunter, man. And
Mhm.
then that would have been my fix, man. My handheld fix complete. But yeah, man, is there anything you want to add about the Vita before we go? Because I think I'm pretty much done on it, man. I feel the more I talk about the Vita, the more upset I get, man.
Well, man, it was a cool handheld, man. That I wish, I wish things would have been a little bit better sales wise for it,
Yeah.
But hey, that's it. But it was a cool handheld. Has awesome games, and it's still an awesome handheld, even if it's gonna be discontinued. There's still gonna be awesome games for it available that you can play on the go and shit like that. But hey, it's up to you.
Yeah, the library is always going to be there, and it's still a
Yeah.
great handheld to have. I have the original OLED version, have the 3G model, and still in mint condition. Like if you look, if you were right over here and I handed it over to you and you look at it, you think, man, this shit is brand new. It doesn't have a
Yeah.
scratch on this shit, bro. I know I have to take care of my shit, bro.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I think we're gonna leave it here. It's been a good show, good talk, and everything. I do want to thank everyone on the comment section. Shout out to Dr. Vayner as well. I think that's the only name. I can't see the comments right now because I'm not on YouTube. I'm actually doing it from my phone. But shout out to everyone who checked out the podcast. Do share, do hit the like button, and let people know about the greatness, man. Spread the word of the greatness because it would help out the podcast tremendously, and it will motivate us to do more. In the future and everything. We're trying to regrow the channel because we haven't been that active on this channel for a while. I think we left it for like 6 months, right, before we came back on here.
Something like that.
Yeah, if you leave it for that long, then obviously, if you're not active for that long, most of your
People are gonna stop looking
subscribers,
out for
yeah, people won't look out for them, and those subs that you have on there, they become dead subs, if that makes any sense. So yeah, we're just trying to regrow this channel and dedicate this channel to the Greatness Podcast, and continue doing more as the weeks and months go by. And yeah, man, I look forward to. Is there anything like you wanna add? In regards to your channel, is there anything you plan on doing? Let the
for my
people know,
channel.
man.
No, bro. Like my channel, it's dead. My channel's dead. I don't really mess too much with it right now. It's just my life is a little bit different right now, and running a YouTube channel and supporting it like every day and giving it good effort. It just takes too much of your time, man, and I don't have time for that right now. I just in my life
Uh,
right now, it's just not happening.
yeah, it is real hard,
But
man.
I'll still mess with the podcast and make an appearance, which is
Absolutely.
totally fine because as we were doing this podcast, I was just playing games the whole time. So
Yeah,
you know,
it's not really much
racing
effort
games
though,
are
right?
perfect for this.
You're right
Racing
about
games are
that.
perfect for podcasts because you don't really have to think too much. You just have to make sure you steer and you hit the brakes on time and shit. So
Oh, definitely, man. Well, I do look forward to one thing though, dude. See, I've booked some, Japanese classes. So I'll be taking lessons on, learning Japanese because I'll be going over there in Tokyo around October time. So I look forward to going there. But the thing is, I want to start learning a little bit right now, before I get there. So at least when they talk to me or whatever, I have a little bit of an understanding, or I could get a conversation going. Because I just don't want to go there
at
without
least
any
know
kind
what
of
they're
knowledge.
talking about, right? At least know
Yeah,
what they're talking about.
I know the basic stuff, but the thing is, I want to learn enough to where I could have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
That's
not
gonna
on
be
a.
hard, bro. That's gonna be really
No, no,
hard. But yeah, good luck
I ain't
with you.
talking about. I'm not. I ain't talking about reading Japanese. I'm talking about just speaking and just understanding. Like reading Japanese, that
That's
would take
still
years. That would
yeah.
take years and years and years.
That'll
It's the.
still be hard, man. Getting
I know.
fluent at a language, man. I mean, the only language that I learned when I was already like grown up is Portuguese, and I can speak it a little bit, but that's because it's just way too similar to like Spanish, so I can just capture it really quick. But Japanese, man, start to speak it, Yeah, it's kind of hard, man.
But
But good luck to
bro,
you,
bro,
bro.
but bro, I think I could learn just enough in 6 months, like 5, 6 months. Until I get there, I think I'll know just enough to spark a conversation here and there. It may not
Oh,
be at an advanced level. You know what I'm saying? At least it's something. It's better than nothing.
yeah, I don't mean to rain on your parade or anything, man. Go for it for sure. I was just
Yeah.
like, in my case, man, learning a language like
But
that fast was kind
bro,
of hard.
I am good. I don't mean to brag or nothing, man, but I am good when it comes to learning, right? I
Okay.
am really good. I memorize things. I could learn things, and bro, I know 4 different languages right
Oh
now.
shit.
I know, yeah, as we're speaking right now, I know 4 languages already. So learning
Okay.
another one, yeah, it's gonna take some time. It'll take some effort, but I'm willing to do it. Whenever you
Good, good.
travel somewhere,
Hey man,
it'll be
Japanese is a
useful.
language I would like to learn for sure. Like it would be a useful language because I watch anime all the time, and over the years of watching anime, I start to kind of get the gist of it a little bit. I start to kind of like, you know, I've really learned over the years a little bit, but I just recognize words. I can't really, speak anything.
I hear you, man. But I look forward to that so I could go there. And yeah, I'm gonna be taking video footage while I'm over there because I do want to visit some real life places from Yakuza over there in Tokyo because they have some places like from the Yakuza series, like if the actual town of Kamurocho, the actual district of Kamurocho, they have certain locations of that in Tokyo, and definitely want to visit those. I want to visit some Shenmue places as well, which is not in Tokyo. I want to check out a few places, man. But it'll be cool to see and cool. I might do like a vlog or a little documentary kind of thing for the channel. So I'll be in these Sega arcade places
Hell yeah.
and Club Sega. You know what I'm saying? I'll even go to the Square Enix caf because, like, I heard it's pretty dope over there as well. But yeah, definitely be something to look forward to, especially on my channel. So do look out for that. I'll be doing some serious editing on that as well. So yeah. But anyway, man, thank you guys once again for checking out the show and do look out for more. We don't really plan these things. That's the thing. And we'll see what we can do for like E3. We may go live, we may not. It all depends on the time and everything. But we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe we could do like a E3
Oh, we're
reactions
gonna go
or
live
E3.
for E3, bro. We're gonna go live. We're gonna do some live reactions, bro.
Well, yeah, maybe for Sony, but I don't think we'll get to do it. I'll get to do it for Xbox because of my whole work pattern and everything. But
Oh, okay.
Sony is much later, right? It's usually like a
Yeah, yeah,
later
for
time.
sure.
So I'll definitely make it for Sony, but I don't know about Xbox, dude. But we could definitely do like an E3 review for Xbox and do a live reaction for Sony. We do something like that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, you know,
It's
thank you
20
guys
days
for
away,
tuning.
bro.
Yeah, 20 fucking days, yo.
3 weeks, a little over three
I am
weeks.
pumped, man. I am so pumped, dude. I want to
Yeah.
see that Shenmue 3 gameplay. I want to see Last of Us 2 gameplay. I want to see Ghost of Tsushima gameplay, yo.
Yeah. And
And
they the Kojima game.
yeah, I want to see some
Death Stranding.
W's, man. I want to see some serious W's, yo. And I want to see some W's on the Xbox side as well. Don't get me wrong, and even on Nintendo side, I want to see some bangers, bro. So let's see what
Oh,
happens,
Nintendo's
man.
gonna be good. I don't know why, but I just have this feeling that Nintendo's gonna deliver.
Knock it out the park.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. But yeah, we're gonna hop off right now, and yeah, see you on the next one, man. Peace.
All right, cool.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.